Well, when you need a team of experts to defend your rights, you want one with a trusted reputation. Nico LaHood with the LaHood Norton Law Group is here with some much-needed information and advice. You are the king of advice.
I don't know about that.
Learn a lot of tips every time you come. Okay,
tips.
so today we're talking about deadly weapons. Here in Texas, what that means. I think it's really important because it varies per situation, right? There's some that might be a little more common sense, some that we may not have thought of. So let's start with this. What constitutes a deadly weapon?
Anything that is in the manner of means or intended use. It's manner of use or intended use can cause serious bodily injury or death. So it's how you're going to use it. So firearms is a great example. So a firearm is definitely, obviously, a deadly weapon. But on the manner of use or intended use, think about this. There's been feces that's been a deadly weapon. A lock can be a deadly weapon. A golf ball, a frog has been a deadly weapon.
Oh my goodness.
A pen, a dumpster. Anything in the manner of use or intended use can cause serious bodily injury or death. Water can be a deadly weapon.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it really matters, and the effect on the person matters because the effects on your range of punishment can expand, or how long you have to serve in prison before you can parole out. So the finding of a deadly weapon is a big deal to an individual.
And this is where it matters most, right? So when we're talking about using a deadly weapon in charges that are brought against you, it can change the outcome, right? You do have some defense options, right? Some good ones, but it can change just varying on the situation.
Well, it can make a state jail felony, a third-degree felony. If you have to serve 10 years in prison, you have to serve a mandatory amount before you can parole out. So the finding of a deadly weapon matters. Also, if you have a finding of a deadly weapon, it means that a judge cannot give you probation, and you have to go to a jury for probation, so it forces a jury trial if you want a certain outcome depending on the evidence. So it's a big deal. On an individual.
It is, and people like us, Texas law is complicated. It can get really complex and jumbled, and that's why we need to call you and a team like this to help you navigate through it all, because that can really change the outcome of your case. And I mean, I love your team. I know some of them. I brag on them all the time. Well, I know you love to too, but
I brag on them all the time.
You're a humble guy, but they're a good team.
They're a great team. You know, we've been very successful, thank God, and we work hard. We care about our results. Last week, I mean, our youngest lawyer, but she's excellent, Jasmine, got 2 not guilties. I mean, she works very hard on her cases. Gary did as well. Jason, myself, I'll be in trial in the next month or so. So we just have a whole team. There's 7 of us in the office. As you know, 6 of the 7 of us used to be high-level prosecutors. And so we used to deal with deadly weapon findings. We sought them, we defend them, we know exactly how to navigate through that, and it matters on the people that are accused. And many times people are falsely accused of things like this, or they're being overly punished. So it matters how you utilize the law to defend people that are accused of this.
Which is why we say all the time, if you get yourself into a situation like this, the best thing is to call you first. I mean, we're still working on those T-shirts that we promised. Call Nico first, because that really is step 1.
Well, and don't speak without counsel. I mean, for sure, because you're not going to talk yourself out of a situation. And look, there's proper use of force. So self-defense is a big deal. When you have a deadly weapon allegation, assault with a deadly weapon, use of some type of force, there's many times self-defense or defense of third person. So there's a lot of ways that we can get a good result for somebody, and maybe even just a dismissal or an acquittal in a jury trial. But if you talk and you misspeak and then you use your own words against you, if the government can use your words against you, well, then you become their best witness.
A lot of times you can end up making it 10 times worse than what it was when you started, right? That's why we need you. If you need more information on this and to help navigate the complex Texas law, this is why Nico and his team are here. You can find the LaHood Norton Law Group over on Loop 410, 210-797-7700. LaHoodNorton.com is the website, and you can also find them on social media at LaHood Norton Law.